Bill running up to Dani's room to console her because he just had to in her bedroom while she's in a robe. How would you describe what happened between Nicole and Carlton?
I mean, Nicole was ready. She was ready to get it in, and Carlton was a gentleman.
But now, should Ashley, any chance she gets, she all up in Shanice's face. Like, oh, but your scrubs are on inside out. And it's like, you felt like you needed to go and tell my mom. Like, he would have got pushed in his face. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Loving Them Gates, a Beyond the Gates weekly podcast where Brian H. Butters and Queen P.R. dissects the latest episodes of the new hit show Beyond the Gates. We'll break down all the plot twists, character arcs, and iconic moments with our unique perspectives and a whole lot of love. Hey, gonna get the party started.
You already know. Let's get it.
Welcome back to Loving Them Gates. It's me, Queen P.R., and this is Brian H. Butters. And he's making a face because I said that we're back, but we are back, and we're welcoming you back.
And you took my opportunity to talk to the people.
Thank you.
Hey, look, I was busy. I had to rearrange the place.
I do like this.
See?
I do. I feel like we pop.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, when they put that melanin up against the black,
You know what that
you already
do.
know.
You know what that's
And then you're just so beautiful. So,
Thank you.
The best part about producing the show is I get to look at you for the time it takes me to edit it.
I get to look at you and talk to you while we record.
It's like Andre when he get the camera. He'd be like with Danny Dupree. He's finding the right
I like
angles.
how they emphasize that he's a working photographer.
Working.
I'll give them that because they want us to believe in the fantasy, and I'm all the way here for it. All the way here.
Hey man, let's get it.
So we're gonna recap this past week's episodes, and much to my joy, it got back into like the spicy stuff.
A little bit,
You know
little
what I
something,
mean?
something.
Yeah, because it's been real serious. You know, talking about the BRCA gene and the BRCA2 gene. I'm sorry. I guess they wasn't educating me. No, just kidding. But
you was turning the page like,
yeah, you know what it is? It hits so close to home. But I think that's the point. You know? So I love that. But I do want to share some news because one thing Beyond the Gates has done very well is like marketing and partnerships and stuff like that, like the Chelsea cat bags. But CBS and Beyond the Gates are partnering with Know Your Lemons Foundation. And it's a foundation to launch PSAs and educational resources about the morality gap in Black breast health.
Yes.
And we've talked about on previous episodes, although I was like, can we get out of the cancer talk? It is very important that they are informing and educating us with this storyline. So let's get that storyline out of the way, shall we?
You talked about stuff, right? I also want to give a shout out to the homie Jordan. She spoke with the remember I was telling you? She spoke with Alexandria Ali on the rundown with Jordan Brown.
Nice.
And they talked about the styling of the Chelsea cat bag. So make sure y'all check out that interview. We're going to post that. You know, she's been watching the clips.
We'll post a link to that in the description.
Yeah, we will. But
so that y'all can check it out as well.
Yeah, so we definitely, I love seeing, people out there who also enjoy the show, also creating content. So, we always tell y'all, like, y'all have other gatekeepers, make sure, let's link together, let's collaborate. Because at the end of the day, like, everybody got opinions about the show, but the ultimate thing is helping this beautiful creation called Beyond the Gates grow. We want to see, like I told you, well, you saw my TikTok that went viral, apparently, because people love seeing me and my trauma when my Ravens lost, right? But that cousin in there, my closest cousin, shout out to my cousin Fur, his fiance, she watches it. But both of us, like, he was telling me that night, like, yeah, man, I be watching that. So it's fun watching this community grow. So I'm very excited.
And it is growing by the week to week. So some other news: Monday, Martin Luther King Day. So there isn't going to be a new episode of Beyond the Gates,
right?
But there is going to be a special Beyond the Gates special. And they've been posting these like character interviews, behind the scene interviews, and stuff like that on their YouTube channel. So I think they're doing like a full on episode on Monday. And I think these holidays, although we hope there's a new episode, it does do a good job of getting the new viewers in. again. So we're very
that's a great way to use it. Just like, I mean, the reruns, I don't mind.
Right.
Long as we're getting Beyond the Gates. Don't throw on another show, CBS. Yeah. Give people Beyond the Gates. I really want them to get to new shows, though, because, I talk about, like, my dad who watches it, like, he drops Tractor Trailer, but when he's home, he's just catching up. But on, like, say, Monday, he's off. I mean, he's on vacation, so I'm putting it out there. But, it'd be nice for people who are off to, like, get hooked into it. Right. And then be like, all right, I got to set my DVR for tomorrow when I'm at work.
We get in there.
Yeah.
We definitely get in there. So just to get the, not sad, but like
heart-wrenching before we get to the
storylines out of the way. So Anita is experienced her first bout of chemo. So she's still trying to figure out how it's gonna affect her physically, mentally, emotionally, and it's different for everyone. And I just love how she notes that Vernon has just been watching everything that she's been doing, sleeping, reading, everything, because he's just so concerned and wants to make sure that she's okay. But Anita being like the strong, independent woman, she's just like, yo, I know you got better things to do. I'll be fine. But she does kind of get checked a little bit because she thinks she can handle it all. And she gets a visit from Kat and Sam. They want to talk Cotillion.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. They want to talk Cotillion, and at first Vernon is like, "I don't think this is a good time," but Anita's like, "No, come in," because I can, you want to feel as normal as possible. And then we even said it while we were watching it. The episode is one thing a grandparent is gonna be happy to see is their grandchildren, no matter what the circumstances are. So she sees them walk in, but then she learns I'm not physically 100%, and I have to now take that into consideration. And I think anyone. After a certain age, kind of can relate to that as well. Thinking they can handle it all, and then the body catches up to you. You're like, oh, wait a minute. I think, Vernon was right.
Yeah, that was thing. Just sitting there watching all that play out. I was happy that there was that attempt.
Yes.
Like, you got to show somebody trying to be as strong as possible, but then it's like, ooh, maybe not, So overall, it was good TV. And I do love the fact that it made sense for it to be, Kat.
Yeah.
Because Kat is like trying to avoid all this at all costs.
Right.
So it makes sense for her to go to her grandmother and then bring Samantha, and then we all know the whole thing about Samantha. She's so excited to be a part of this. Who else she gonna go to? Then her great grandma.
And Kat.
Yeah.
Who did it. And I can't wait to go into the Cotillion later on, because that has become a big thing.
You didn't like the teenager story.
I didn't say I didn't like them. I said they are my least favorite.
I said the stories, they not them, but the stories they're
still my least
I like their drama
storylines. It's still like,
wow,
low on the totem pole, but I digress.
That's because we only worried about Jen.
Who?
Jen. Jen. Her new boo.
Who's new boo?
Ashley's mother.
Oh, that's Jan.
Jan, I said Jen.
Because Ashley's real name is Jen Jacob.
Yeah.
So I was like, are you talking about Ashley? How dare you get Jan? That's my favorite white lady, Jan.
No, Vanessa is.
She's like... No, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping the shark.
She's my favorite to where we don't gotta mention her.
Okay.
Vanessa, she's.
I was right.
But Jan gives me nice old, nice white lady. You know what I'm saying? Everyone probably knows someone like Jan. Everyone don't know somebody like Vanessa. You know what I mean?
I got you.
That relatability. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get into Jan too, because she came back from her cruise with a man, and she was. Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. But one powerful moment, Anita moment, that I want to talk about from last week is when she finds out that Dani has the gene. Because Vernon didn't want to tell her initially. And she goes to Dani's house to apologize. And that's such a mom thing to do, because it's clearly, obviously, you didn't do this on purpose. This is just how the cards fell. But she ran to Dani's house and wanted to say, I am so sorry. And I really love that. But one of the funniest things was her and Vernon, Dani and Dani and Andre was about to get it in. And they heard that doorbell, and Andre was like, wait, I don't think you want to go up there. And Anita was like, that's my girl. It's fine. Anything that Dani has, I've seen before, and you ain't gonna stop me from seeing my daughter.
Right. She ain't dressed yet.
Yeah. But a lot happens in Dani's bedroom.
That's
this
a
episode,
wild thing to say.
I know I'm pivoting, but Bill. running up to Dani's room to console her because he just had to in her bedroom while she's in a robe, like such an intimate situation. And Andre comes in the house and Nicole's like, oh, she's upstairs with Bill. And I love how Andre was like, oh, fuck out of here. Went right upstairs, basically what the fuck is going on? Get away from my wife, blah, 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 blah. And every time Andre sticks up for Dani and confronts Bill, it makes me like him even more.
I'm about to say, he gets more points up the track for you.
Oh, 100%.
I got to give Andre credit the way he handled that.
Yeah.
He didn't come at Dani. He didn't run in there, yo, what the heck is going on? This, that, and the other. He's confident in his love and her love for him. After Dani, they had some conversations. Let's not act like it was always that way.
Right.
He's listening to his wife, but you still got to set the boundaries.
Yeah, period.
You still got to set the boundaries. So I was happy he did that. And, Bill tried to little boy him. And I remember we was talking about this. I remember like when I was on the phone with you and I was driving and we was having this conversation. And I said, Bill was massive.
Yeah, he's huge.
To Andre.
Yeah.
It's like, how you got that little phone and I got the big phone? It's like, it's like, wow. So and you never noticed that till he's like standing up to him.
Yeah.
But Andre wasn't backing down.
Nope.
Because it's like he know he has the prize.
Right.
And I appreciate him not doing, being a punk and saying, I'm gonna go to your wife and tell Hayley, you need to get your man out of my
Right.
No, he went to a step to him like a man.
Yep.
Because he has to protect his house.
Exactly.
And man, I'm just saying, if Dani heard that, boy, she might have got pregnant.
And it is, and we were talking about this too, where like a year ago, Bill and Hayley, like they had Dani. They was living in Dani's, had rent free. They was driving her to drink and shit like that. And now I gotta say, she is winning. Like she has the upper hand in the situation. Like Bill is basically obsessed with her at this point again, and they're both using the girls as a way to like stay in each other's lives.
Yeah.
Like I feel like any opening they see to like talk again or see each other or anything, they take it.
And you remember Dani drank the Bill Hamilton, which led her to marry Andre.
Yeah.
That's the part a lot of us forget about. They were sitting there at the bar. He was drinking the Ashley and she was drinking the Bill Hamilton.
Yep. And then, And look what happened.
But she's also been real. That's the thing you can appreciate,
true.
right?
That's true.
She's never said, I don't love Bill no more. She never said, I hate Bill. She's been real with Andre.
Right.
So Andre knows that. And like we said, even remember, they got different rules to their marriage. Right now, because of the situation, they got to be all lovey-dovey. But, if they get out there and start swinging, again, we always said, it can't be with Bill, it can't be with Ashley.
Right.
Who knows? That's going to be interesting if we do come full circle with that moment. But,
yeah, I completely agree. And also they also got caught in another intimate moment. Dani goes to Bill's office and they're hugging, and Hayley walks in on them hugging in a very intimate way. And Bill, I don't remember which hug it was this week, but Bill says something to the effect of like, there's nowhere else I would rather be. I got you. And she like hugs him and breaks him in tighter.
And
it's just way too intimate for people who are married to other people. And like, they keep making excuses about like supporting the girls, but the girls are grown. Like y'all do not have to be involved for each other. Like if Bill wants to be there for his daughters, Dani does not need to be involved at this stage in their lives, and vice versa. But like I said before, they're using it as an excuse to get to be with each other.
I'm glad you're giving them equal smoke though. That's what I love.
What you mean?
Like you giving Dani the smoke too. Like she don't need to be with Bill. That's what I'm saying. You're giving equal smoke. Yeah,
that's true. I definitely am. So the girls.
Let's talk about.
We find out that Chelsea does not have. She's tested negative for the BRCA2 gene, which is great. But Naomi is hesitant to check her portal. And everyone's like, everyone is like, wait, Chelsea got her results. Why didn't you get your results? And she's like putting it off. And I really related to Naomi in this instance because that is a moment where you're literally finding out like your life, like something that can change your life. These test results. Now, some people open it in front of the family. Let's make this a group activity. There's some people that are a little bit more private with these kinds of things, which would have been me. And I think that's what Naomi wants, is a moment to herself to find these test results. And I wish she would just say to her family, like, I don't want to check right now. Can we celebrate Chelsea? And we'll check mine tomorrow. And I think that would have like shut all of like the speculation up. You know what I mean? But like her going around in circles and then her annoying ass husband, Jacob, like, oh, are you avoiding me? Or are you avoiding those? Like, he's just so corny, but being persistent. And I think she either doesn't really check the results and says that she's negative to shut everyone up at Chelsea's party.
We're fine.
Or she's lying.
Yeah.
And I really have a strong suspicion that she's lying.
I think she is. And I think that's the thing that's going to pivot and we're going to find out that she is positive. Yeah. But the thing that bothers me about that is I'm starting to wonder, like, how long they've been married? Because Jacob isn't acting like he knows her. You know, like you said, little things of giving her space to deal with things by herself. Letting her understand, okay, maybe, just maybe she's not ready to talk about it. And that's what I wonder when I sit back and listen to Naomi and Jacob, some of their arguments, like they sound like they're still within 2 years, maybe 3 years of marriage versus a 10-year marriage or a 10-year relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah. The stuff that you hear from them or the issues are stuff that Chelsea and Madison will go through.
Like early stage arguments.
Yeah, like, you know, when you've been with somebody for over 2 years, you know the triggers, you know when to step up, you know when to back down. You know, it's like, well, I shouldn't have to tell you that. Or why wasn't you know what I mean? Right. So like him always like, but tell me. And we saw this with other things, with the baby, you know, and it's like, but and I can't celebrate. Like, come on, get it together.
It's funny because you pointed it out to me first, but a lot of gatekeepers don't like Naomi for Jacob.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say I don't like Jacob for Naomi, but he is so annoying.
I think everybody thinks because they're sympathizing, they're looking at Jacob as, oh, he's just such a caring man and she's not appreciating the care. I don't think that's the case. I think Naomi loves and appreciates Jacob's care, but it's hard for her to articulate that it's too much, that you're overbearing. And I say that because I'm like looking at it and it's hard. It's hard for a man. The first thing you want to do is get rid of all the problems, provide and protect. That's what we taught. The good ones, we're taught to provide and protect. And so his thing is, well, I didn't protect you, but it's not his fault.
Right. He's just coming on a little like too strong for me. But I can't wait to see what the tea is when it comes to Naomi. And I want to definitely do more of a deeper dive on her character because she's very complex.
She is.
You know what I mean? And like, I was thinking, I would love to know what you gatekeepers think. Like, who are some of the characters that have a personality most similar to yours? And I think I'm a mix between, and I hate this so much, but I think I'm a mix between Naomi and Kat. And with like Vanessa and Dani's outfits.
I don't know about Kat.
Because I'm poor.
No, you're not poor. I'm thinking of like, I think because right now I'm just always blindsided because Kat annoys me the most and you don't annoy me.
Yeah.
So trying to like, but there's certain things that she do, like, it's like, come on. Like sometimes she just don't listen. But I think when I do think about the part that you're like Kat is, you're harder on yourself than anybody else is. And I think with like Naomi, she's like the protector of the family, you know. She had to be there for her mother when her mother took her best friend of years or months, but she had to be there for her mother. Chelsea gets lost and kidnapped. She had to be the one. She's always the one who has to be the most level-headed, that she's like the glue of the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I could see where, you know, you relate.
That. Just going back just a little bit. I thought Dani's dream about Hayley was funny. Her nightmare, I guess it was, or a daymare.
It was spot on. It felt so normal.
She was dreaming that Hayley had the test results and was like, kind of tormenting her about them. And like, and at first we were like, is this a dream? We're like, no, it was absolutely all a dream. And Pamela ends up interrupting it. Did y'all know that Pamela in real life used to be married to Joey in real life? Yeah, those actors are married in real life.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, sorry, like random.
No, I love that. That's why people come here every week
to get the tidbits.
Hey, gatekeepers, real quick, I want to invite you to catch us on social media. Simply go on our Instagram at 6 Heart Media, where we drop clips of the show, as well as the other things we participate in. And make sure you participate in the conversations on our Facebook page. Just go to Love and Them Gates, hit the like button.
All right, so let's move on to some spicy stuff, shall we? So let's talk about Joey.
Okay.
So Joey is still adamant on working with Leslie. Number one. Number two, he realizes that she's a crazy person.
Yep.
And that he should probably do everything that he can do to protect himself. So he goes to Bill and he's like, yo, can you look at this contract? I need to make sure I'm protected because I'm dealing with a particular crazy person. And Bill's like, oh, wow, like you really are going into business with her. Okay, that is very interesting. But he also is adamant on naming dedicating the free clinic to Doug.
Yeah.
And continues to show up for Vanessa and like present like he, is this man that he really isn't. But to her, he's really coming through for her in like big ways.
Yeah, he is. Which is crazy. Like
it really is.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
Vanessa has even convinced Nicole that he's a good guy based on this. And Nicole and Vanessa and Joey are considering going on a double date. Carlton and Nicole and Vanessa and Joey.
Right.
Like, what?
Even though it's one of those things, when he turns that notch and he screws her, it's going to be one of those things that's like, well, I told you I wasn't a good guy.
Yep.
You believed it?
Yep. But see, then again, is Vanessa that one thing that he doesn't want to fuck up? Because when you got Marcel always in his ear, like, yo, you're playing with fire. Like, you the one that killed this bitch's husband or got him killed. And like, you might be going a little too far with her on this front when you're the one that caused all of her heartbreak to begin with. And there is a look that Joey makes. Like, I think he's genuinely afraid, more afraid than he normally would be of like the truth or his involvement coming out, because I think he genuinely wants to be there for Vanessa.
Yeah. Oof.
Which is like so crazy. And Vanessa is there for Nicole.
Yep.
We'll go into, why she found Nicole passed out on Nicole's couch. But she even pushes Nicole to lean into the new man of her life. She's like, I was surprised by Joey, and I think you need to take that chance with Carlton. So how would you describe what happened between Nicole and Carlton last week?
I mean, Nicole was ready. She was ready to get it in, and Carlton was a gentleman.
Yes.
You
was kind of like coming for him for being a gentleman.
Well, I understood, but it was also like, bro, she wanted it. She needed it. So you had to give it to her.
Out of everybody on the show, Nicole definitely needs it. They haven't fucked yet, right?
No.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, he already won. He already convinced her he's a good guy. He told her, and when I mean convinced, not like he's playing her. I'm going to be fair. He's already showed her his good guy qualities. He's already showed her that he, really cares about her. So it wouldn't have been a thing where he took advantage.
Right.
They just would have got it in.
Right.
But no,
I think you got to be careful. Like, I like that he was more cautious, though, because you got to be careful with, like, sleeping with drunk ass women.
You do.
When they're sober. Because it can give off, like, especially Nicole's vanilla ass. Like, I could see her waking up like, I can't believe you slept with me in that state. I wasn't myself. And da, 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 da. So I think he did the right thing.
He did.
Playing the long game.
He did.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think that with their bond.
They have a bond now.
Yes, they have a bond. Yeah, you had
Team Nicole and Carlton.
It could have been time. Like, it could have worked. You know, like I said, she needed it.
She does need
some. But we'll see. If
you think about it, everybody's been getting some.
Now, like, if Kyle did it, I would have been upset.
No.
Kyle, nah. But, like, Carlton, it could have worked.
Yeah. I agree, but I can see why Carl made the choice that he did. But also, you know, just from a women's perspective, like, if I'm Nicole at that time, like, fuck me. Like, that's what we're here for. Like, Nicole letting loose for the first time ever, probably getting like blackout fucking drunk. And you can tell, so like, not to like put my family's business out there, but I have a sister that's very similar to Nicole, where she's very put together, very, professional. She's the one in the family that has it all going on. And there are times where she might indulge, and that's when it all, I'm actually, she's not as put together, and they want that grace to have a moment where they're not put together.
Yeah.
And Nicole needed that night because she also has survivor's guilt for her sister. Like, I don't have the gym, but my sister does, which is probably harder on her.
Of course.
Because she's like the fixer of the family. I did enjoy seeing Nicole like this. I love seeing her bitchy and like snapping at people. And even that moment where she like pushes Carlton away. Because again, we've all been drunk like that. And like, of course she wanted him to stay, but she was like, we've been there. All the girlies, we've been there before. So I think she needed that night to just like kind of like let loose and get wasted. But they don't. He leaves. She's just like, fuck it, or whatever. But I did read that Kyle is officially coming back next week. So that should add some spice. But I do need Nicole to get some. Like, everyone has got some.
So would you be mad if she gave it up to Kyle first?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, you had that tall chocolate doctor in your part. Like, how? And then she says that she's dating Carlton, though, from her mouth. So
yes, she
her
did.
to sleep with Kyle would be very much out of character. And then now that I'm thinking about it, like, I think she does need to color outside of the lines a little bit. Like, I think that's what she's missing.
I mean, you want her to add her ex-husband to the roster.
Not anymore.
Good.
That was last week. Okay, so you want to talk about her ex-husband? Let's go there. So, Ted had a busy week. It starts with him actually making peace with Carlton.
It does.
And he accepts where he is with Nicole. Like, before, it was kind of a hopeless. He thought they was gonna get back together. And now they're officially divorced. She's officially dating Carlton, and he makes peace with Carlton. And I think that's something that you needed to see, because you always like, but they were best friends. Well, guess what? Now they have an understanding.
I mean, do you see what Ted has on his menu? I mean, yes,
Let's
sir.
Get into it. So I still, and I want to, if you could like replay the clip of you suggesting Ted and Shanice dating, and my face being like, really?
Now, I've mentioned that I kind of want to see Ted take an interest into Shanice. Right?
No.
But seeing this, I did love the way he did defend her, but he wasn't so obvious.
But that's his employee.
Yeah, but he wasn't like so like he didn't put.
And now I'm like, I can't think of anything else because they are such a like adorable couple. And I really want them to get it on. So Ashley and Shanice, and we'll get into Ashley because she also had a busy week. But they're gossiping at the nurse station about their private lives, and basically Ashley's like, okay, you're always in my business. When are you gonna tell me about you and Dr. Richardson? And Shanice, was like, wait, this is where we at with it or whatever. I don't know. So I think they make like a bet or something.
They was talking about chocolate flavors.
Yeah, there's something about ice cream flavors. And because Ashley was talking about her night with Grayson, the lab tech, not a doctor. And Shanice ends up in Ted's office. And they're like having this passionate like makeout session that we've all wanted them to have.
Because she brought him
even took off the
ice cream.
Scrubs. Huh?
She brought him ice cream.
Yes. But that was like the metaphor.
Yeah, no, but she brought it there and then wanted to show her skills.
Yeah. I see what that mouth do. But she actually takes off her scrubs at work.
Yeah. Yep, she did.
And was so caught up in the moment. Put them on inside out. Do you know how caught up you got to be to do some shit like that at work as like the head nurse?
Yeah, and you know, we gotta give Ted grace because my man he could have. Now that's a moment he didn't handle it right. If he went all the way through it, it would have been cordial. I mean, consensual, fine. But like he said, he just, as a man, we got to think like he's a lover. He didn't just sleep with Leslie. They kind of like had a bond, and then he cheated. It was an affair. It wasn't just like, oh, that big booty. Yeah. So, like he said, she deserved to be asked out properly. She deserved all of that, and I loved it. Me too. I mean, I do wish I'm like, yo, you got go. I mean, but
it's so many layers to it because they work together. They're at work. He's a doctor. She's a head nurse. So like, it got right to where it needed to get to, especially to like leave that little like desire.
Yeah.
Where it's like, ooh. And I love that after all of that, he's like, no, let me take you on a date first, then we'll continue this. And then took the time out to formally invite her to dinner.
Yeah, respect.
He was like, I don't want to ask you out on this beautiful date in the midst of that. I want to actually ask you properly. And Ted is actually playing this right. He redeemed himself from that damn bird. Because I was like, bro, you trying to get in her pants and then you gonna do that gift?
Right.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care what y'all say. That shit was not romantic. Like, it just was not.
I mean, it's like, if you talk about favorite stories, this is my favorite story by far. Like, I want to see my man get it in. I love seeing Shanice on TV.
Me too.
And I love seeing, like, she's funny, you know, great. And there's more to her than just being nosy. Like, she does that very well.
Because that's how we're introduced to her. Is her spilling all the tea, like, in the beginning of the show.
Yep. So, but there's more to her. You know what I mean?
Wait, why did you look at me like that?
No, I'm saying that's what she would do.
Oh yeah. Yep. Always in somebody's business. Always in somebody's business.
Yeah, it's doing two things at once. Yep. So they're making reports.
She has the best seat in the house. But exactly. I do. So we know Ted is serious because he told Andre about her.
Yeah.
So that's how you know that he's serious.
That's his best friend.
Unfortunately. I mean, he lost Carlton. So he needs some other best friends. Ooh. So let's talk about.
Hold on, you can't move yet on yet. What's up? Imagine if he gets to the point he tells Carlton
about Shanice,
and Carlton tells Nicole. Ooh. How do you think Nicole's reaction would be?
We talked about that, like how many different dramas can unfold with this whole scenario. And I see Nicole like not caring, not caring, but being like, good for him. Like, I'm getting dicked down by Carlton, and so it's fine.
You think so?
That's what I hope.
I don't think so.
You think she's gonna be mad?
I think she's gonna feel a certain type of way because they work together. Because Shanice, that she's gonna feel Shanice could have came to her as a woman and said something.
Maybe she will before the date.
Maybe.
I mean, you was already about to fuck him in his office, but I
well, he probably fucked Nicole.
I do feel like there's still time for her to confront
Nicole.
Because I do feel like Shanice knows better to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? But she is messy as fuck.
She's messy.
We was talking about, thinking back about how she was with
Ashley
and Derek. And we were like, that's suspicious. So Ashley.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. So Ashley is finally doing what I always said that she should do, and that was to be single and have fun and explore. I imagine her being like in her mid-20s, which is the perfect time to kind of have a whole phase, you know. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you were with the same guy, vanilla ass relationship for years and years and years. It had all these ups and downs. It led nowhere. Now it is time to figure out who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what attracted you to Andre was the openness, the excitement, the adventure, like the different, you know, like it's different. So she meets Grayson, who is a lab tech at the hospital. Very handsome. And he's who we found out was going to be like the new actor, the new cast member on the show. So there
used to be on Young and the Restless as Ray, and then he got clipped. He was about to get married to Sharon. You may have heard her name.
Did he get killed in like France when they was
No, this was years ago. Not the one you saw.
Okay.
This was like 3 or 4 years ago. Because remember when I watched it, I was like, he looked familiar. And then it was like, oh, it's coming back to me. Yeah. But like he was getting ready to marry Sharon, who's always been long connected to Nick. You know those names. And then they was about to get married. I thought you heard of Sharon and Nick. Oh, Victor, my bad.
Victor, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Well, Victor,
Newman.
Yeah, Victor Newman, and Nick Newman is Victor's son.
Yes.
And his good son. Adam Newman is the prodigal son. So yeah, and he was about like Nick was like being there for Sharon. He gave Ray his blessing. That's his name on the show. And then boom, he got clipped. But now he's here.
He's Grayson.
Yeah.
How do you feel about him on the show? I said it while watching it. He seems very dry, very boring. I think like he could be swapped out with any like handsome white man in this storyline, in my opinion.
Well, he's
like he doesn't make an impact on him whatsoever.
I think he's Puerto Rican. Maybe. But you know, here's the thing, the way I feel about him. I think his character will pick up, but I don't see a long-term relationship with him and Ashley.
No. I think he's for the streets.
Yeah, and I thought we'll see the drama once him and Derek get into it. I can see Derek kind of like being subtle and kind of like maybe
he's already been doing
a shoving match. Yeah. You know,
Derek has really okay. So all right. So Ashley suggests a coffee date, or one of them suggests a coffee date, and Naomi wanting to distract herself.
Yeah.
From her own personal shit that she's going through, and is already going to meet up with Andre at Uptown. So she was like, why don't you guys go to Uptown instead of a coffee date for all these reasons? Even was like, you don't want coffee, bruh. Like, even like really did the most and convinced Ashley and him to go to Uptown. And Grayson was like, fuck it, we'll go to Uptown. Super like whatever, we'll do whatever you want to do. And Ashley is very forward with him at the bar. She is all in his face. A side of Ashley I don't think we've ever seen.
I don't think Ashley ever seen.
Exactly. That's why I was like, go ahead, girl. Do you, girl. And they're kissing at the bar. She's like, come back to my place. Like, she's like, come back to my... She initiated it. She was like, come back to my place and da-da-da. And they sleep together. They have a good ass night.
Yeah, she said multiple times.
She said that they were using like ice cream and like sorbet metaphors. I can't remember right now. But Ashley basically was like, it was good, and you know, multiple times, and you know, she's all smiles. She can't wait to see him again. Like he pops up, and she's like, let's do it again, and blah 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 blah. But what I did like about like her and Shanice and even like Naomi at one point kikiing is like, they sounded like three girls, like Kiki, like, okay, all right, like he was good, he was, and you know, all you know, girls, like y'all know that vibe, for sure. But what I loved the most about this was anytime Ashley could flip the script and get into Shanice's business, she did, and I said, go ahead, Ashley, because Shanice was all up in your business when she didn't have to be. And people like Shanice will know everybody's business, insert themselves in everybody's business, but you would never know nothing about them. Right. And we all know somebody like that. But now, Ashley, any chance she gets, she all up in Shanice's business. Like, oh, but your scrubs are on inside out. And it's like,
that was fun. Did you notice?
Oh, I think you mentioned it. And I was like, oh, it's so obvious. Yeah. Like, girl. Oh my God. And I really appreciated that. Because my thing, Ashley, keep your foot on Shanice's neck. And you could tell Shanice does not like people in her business.
No, because every time she kept playing rank. Get back to work. You got to do this.
Exactly. But so Ashley's a good nurse. So every time she tried to distract Ashley with work, Ashley was like, oh, I did that already. So about you and Ted. And I was like, go ahead, Ashley, keep doing that, because that's exactly what she deserves. But Derek, loser, and I was happy to see him back because there was a rumor that he wasn't coming back for season 2, and I was like kind of sad, and I was like, I want him back. I just don't want his storyline to be about Ashley. Guess what? It's about Ashley so far. So he walks in on Ashley flirting with Grayson, and basically like finds his way to like be in an elevator with Grayson and like acts like he's just a friend of Ashley's, and are you a doc? Like trying to like see what's up with him. Like, are you a doctor? Like, how do you know Ashley? How was this and that? So the guy's like, oh, okay. And I said, you know, Ashley's, you know, cool, blah, blah, blah. And Derek can't take it. And he goes out to lunch. This really infuriates me, with Jan, with Ashley's mom and like tells her. That was corny AF.
We were surprised though. Like, think about this is the same guy who bum rushed his way into her studio apartment, who bum rushed them damn deer heads in that studio apartment,
God.
who was moving stuff around and wasn't getting clues that she was not happy. And I get it. Like, she's probably his first and only. And he don't know how to act. He was probably too busy fighting fires in the academy. He's so weird. He's surprised that the other girl was trying to throw it at him and he couldn't catch it.
That's what I'm like, once you, because I'm not saying get over Ashley tomorrow. Like,
right.
My thing is, once I would have seen Ashley doing that and heard that she was getting hot and bothered with somebody, I would have called that fucking Spanish firefighter that was literally trying to fuck me in my ex-fiance's apartment, and I would have been getting it in with her.
That's it.
For the whole day, and they would have been like, "Oh, Derek, did you hear about Ashley?" Nope. Because I was with Rosa, whatever the fuck her name is. I was about to say some Spanish name, but I was with her. Like, the fact that Derek, and then you telling her business to her mom, and my thing is Ashley, and I'm very Ashley's a grown ass woman. Like, who she shares her body with is her business. Whether it's a one night stand, a random guy, whatever the case may be, that is her business.
Yep.
And for Derek to feel like it was his place to tell her mom and be like, "Oh, well, I thought she told you everything," where it's just like, no, she don't tell her mom every guy she fucked. Like, I made the joke. Well, it's not a joke, but if someone told my mom every guy I dealt with in my 20s, like, come on. And then Jan, come on, Jan, you better than this. Runs to Ash, I was gonna say to the hospital, but let's say runs to Ashley's job and confronts her about it, which I thought was just so fucking whack.
But he also was thinking, I don't think remember, Derek knows the previous Ashley. So in his head, she's moved on and has a new relationship. So his whole thing, it's still wrong.
Not your place.
It's still wrong, but he's not thinking she out here getting it in, having fun. You know what I mean?
He knew what he was doing.
Oh no, he knew what he was doing, but he was trying to find out about this guy. That's why he was picking her mother's brain. He's trying to figure out, well, what's my competition?
Why?
Because he still think he has a chance.
It's done.
He still think he has a chance. Loser. But what I think what's going to happen with Ashley,
fucking loser,
she going to run around the block a few times. And she going to make a move on Andre.
I think so too.
Because she's going to come in like, I ain't no little girl no more.
Yeah.
I'm a grown woman.
And you can even see her whole aura change.
You got an open marriage. Yep. What's up?
Yep. And that's why I think it's important for women to date. I don't mean like, sleep with every man ever. But like, even my sister taught me and my older sister taught me and my sister the benefits of dating, of not just when you're young, of just dating one guy forever. Like, the importance of, like, first of all, learning yourself, figuring out what you like, what you tolerate, learning what men, how they think, how they're out there, like how much you learn about yourself, how much you know what I mean? And I feel like Ashley is seeing how it feels to like sleep with and everything that she was saying, like describing the different kind of ice cream, like that's what you're supposed to do when you're in her age. It's like, she said, I've been sleeping with, and I don't know the exact.
I've only had vanilla flavor.
And now,
I'm getting chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
And you know what? Maybe in a month or so, she's eating butter pecan and she's exploring herself there. Or maybe, it's something else. You know what I'm saying?
What if she goes back to Derek?
I hope she goes back to Derek as in like, oh, you in my roster? Like, oh, we both at, I'm being real. We're both at Uptown tonight randomly and we both get drunk and it's like, you know what? I want
But he gonna fall in love. She gonna be ready to go home like afterwards and he gonna be like, no, let's cuddle. And he gonna be like,
so he needs to really go and get some from that Spanish girl. Like he really do.
But that's what makes it difficult with them too. Like Derek, because in his head, Derek thinks like, all right, I'm one, you're one, we found each other, let's go forward. And in some cases, because that's the old school way of thinking, and I know I'm supposed to say certain things because of certain creeds, but being real, this just don't work that way no more. So in some cases, I can see where it's like, all right, you know what? You go with her, these two people just for each other. But in the personality trait, we saw it. So we ain't even talking about the bedroom. Y'all just not compatible no more. She was trying to like enjoy having her personal space in her studio, and he wanted to barge you in.
He just wasn't catching the hint at all.
Yeah.
And I know Ashley is so sick of hearing about Derek. Like, I know when she finds out Derek was the one that, because I know, because Ashley was like, how the fuck, basically, how do you know? This literally happened last night. I went to work. I haven't left work. How do you know? You know? So when she finds out that Doug was running his mouth, I'll punch him in his face. Don't, you know how I feel? I'm a very private person.
Doug.
Derek.
Because if Doug was, it could have came from Doug.
But I am a very private person. And I don't like when people feel like they know my business, or they feel like they entitled to know my business. And then Doug, you felt like you needed to go and tell my mom, like he would have got punched in his face. Let's move on to another relationship. Unless you have more to add.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Eva and Isaiah. So they didn't have tons of screen time this week. But Isaiah called Eva red hot because Ted mentions to Eva that it would be like, he would love it. It would be so nice if Eva reached out, because Kat is going through a lot with her, you know, her Chelsea and her aunt, and like everything that's going on with the whole, like, you know, cancer situation. And Eva was like, you really think I should do that, Dad? Okay, Dad. And it's like, all right,
that's our daddy.
We know. So she does run into Kat, and she does say, like, you know, I'm really sorry about everything that, you know, you and your family's going through. Like, I just want you to, you know, basically wishes for the best, which I thought was very nice. Like, it didn't seem like she was doing too much. She just said basically, like, you know, Dad told me what's going on, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I really think that this should have been, as much as I've been Team Kat for a lot of these situations. And I really think Kat should have just said thank you and kept it moving and went about her business. She had to go out of her way to insult Eva, and basically was like, you're not really a part of my family, you know, go away.
That was so evil.
And it was just so unnecessary.
So evil. Yeah. That's what makes it hard to root for Kat. Like, I don't know what's in like bad, but that's what makes it hard. As somebody who, like, Eva's one of my favorite characters, and it makes it hard to root, because it's like, come on now, you missed the chance to have at least a cordial moment, you know. But you know, even Isaiah, I need more. I'm sorry, I'm tired.
More sex scenes?
Oh, definitely. But I'm tired of hearing about Eva's upbringing.
I grew up with
and I'm tired of his fake motivation. Can y'all go out and play? Can y'all go to the museum?
Right.
Can y'all talk about a book? Like, let's find some things y'all like.
At least her and Tomas had like fun conversations and stuff like that. I feel like every time Kat is talking to him, it's like, I grew up so lonely and no one loves me. And it's, first of all, that is just so like, girl.
You got a whole house now.
Right. Like, you got a job. All of your issues seemingly are solved. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have money. You don't have to worry about money. You know, your family's good. Ted knows who you are, accepts you. The town, you know, they are not like, oh my God, we love you, Eva, but they're not like treating her like a pariah. Like,
right.
You really, like, why are you always, and I could see her being upset after that Kat conversation, but it just, like you said, it seems like every single time now that they're talking about their relationship, it's always like,
like, what do y'all have in common? That's what I need to know. Besides some James Baldwin quotes and stuff.
Wow, you went from rooting for them as a couple to being like, why
I'm rooting, but I want
together?
more.
Yeah,
like, come on.
I want more besides what I said before, like, just like the woe is me. And it's like, and I remember gatekeepers on Facebook months ago being like, Eva love playing the victim. That's one thing Eva gonna do is play the victim. And I didn't see it at first, but I see it more so now with Isaiah. You already got him. He already knows who you are and what you've been through, and sees the light in you.
Yes.
And wants to continue going on. And you keep reminding him of like the worst of you. And I'm just like, not the worst of you, but no,
you're right.
It's like, the girl, like, come on. Fucking buzzkill.
Right.
But now it went from like Kat and Eva kind of being distant recently to now it's like almost a full-blown war. And I love what Eva said too, and this is why you should always treat people with a level of respect after a while, because she said, you never know when you're gonna need me.
Yep.
And I'm going to remember this conversation. And like we always say, Eva is always going to have one up on Kat because Eva has street smarts.
Yeah.
And she knows, like, she didn't live in a sheltered world like Kat. And Eva knows what real life is like and how it can slap you in the fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Kat should have been, like, that could have been a conversation that finally led them to being cordial. And now it's full on war.
Deep dive alert. It'll come back. We will really be able to answer that question when that moment comes. Is Eva a good person? Because she's going to either... Because if she go the right way, she's a good person.
You already slept with fucking Tomas. So it's like...
No, Tomas made her believe that they were broken up. He manipulated the situation. And made her believe
she could have also made a different choice.
She could have. But she liked him.
Whatever. And now she's with Isaiah.
She's with Isaiah.
What does Isaiah do for work?
You don't know. He's a counselor at Banneker.
Oh my God. He says that every episode.
Because of the kids at Banneker. Like, go talk to Tyrell.
Yeah. Tyrell. Oh,
Tyrell.
Yeah. So should we go into Tyrell real quick?
Yeah.
Because you love the teenage storylines. So I do love the conversation about the cotillion, because it is something that the Black community, like, not everyone is able to participate or even like knows about that whole like high society like debuts and stuff like that. It is, but for Black people that can have that, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But I do love that they're showing, Jessica, who's like, this is stupid, this is outdated, we don't need this anymore, blase blase. So it really brings up an interesting dynamic because Tyrell and Samantha are a part of high society, but they were not born in it. Like, they lived under the bridge with their mom and then was lucky enough to get adopted.
They had a house.
I like to say,
she left them while she lived under them.
I like to joke that they all lived under the bridge. So there is this whole, like, there is this question of like, Tyrell, like, do we need to do this? Also, you're young and your first girlfriend has strong opinions. You're gonna go with them strong opinions because you
the teenage love different,
right? And then also
like infatuation, whatever you want to call it, it's different.
Exactly. And he stood up to his family about it and everything like that. But then at the same time, he sees the value in it for his family, and he also sees how much his sister likes it. So he's in this like weird space every time. Like that date when they're at Orphe Jean's, you could tell he's like conflicted when Jessica's talking about it because he's just like, damn, like, I'm kind of like in the middle a little bit. And Jessica was like, you know what? I'll go and be happy about going if you come with me.
I'm glad.
Which I always thought too, like, why didn't they just do that in the first place?
Yeah, but I am glad that he's going to like support his sister.
Yes.
Because, and I know that was the thing. He really, really wanted to.
Right.
Shouldn't have been a conflict.
Right.
Because he should have been boy enough, man enough to suggest that. But I get it. He's still young. He's still learning to navigate. But end of the day, he's showing up for his sister as he always should. And we know they have each other's back,
For sure. And I like that you also see like Samantha taking full advantage of the blessing of her being adopted into a rich family. And not to say money is everything, but they're also rich in love. Support. You know what I'm saying? So like they literally have the best of both worlds in this situation. So I love that you have one sibling that's like just like I love it, jump right in. And then you have Tyrell who's kind of like, I don't know. But then he's also looking at his mom like, I don't know. So I like that they're showing these teenagers like growing and navigating like their new realities.
Yeah.
Let's end with Leslie. Leslie and Marcel. So Leslie is still Leslie. And she's been meeting with Joey. And their little banter is fun for me.
Yeah, it is.
I would love to know what the other gatekeepers think. So they're still in process of building this free clinic. She's still doing construction on her house, which I think she's just gonna continue doing, just annoy the Duprees, which I think is funny that, and it's like those little Easter eggs. Like it's not a major plot point anymore, but you'll see scenes where you hear construction and they're like, oh God, it's still going. You know what I mean? Like I love that. But her and Marcel are still like messing around with each other. He's feeling the kid.
Oh, of course. I mean,
look at the material.
If you look at the material, because you see how crazy she is. It's like she's so annoying, but you forget she's a beautiful woman. So then you look at it and then you think about when the episode when she had on the outfit.
The nurse outfit?
No, the other outfit when she was a waiter.
Oh, when she went to Ted's office?
Yes.
Jesus.
So then you think about he's dealing with the trauma at home. And then this person is showing him all this attention and showing him all this love and teddy weddy all of a sudden. So it's like, okay, you get it. So, and then you have this guy who's clearly not happy in his marriage. Yep. And he's spending more time with the boat and make you think he's married to the boat.
I really thought that was...
Me too.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So yeah, but that's a disaster waiting to happen.
It is. It really is. That's not gonna end well, but I do love that it's like
them playing with the gun was wild.
Oh yeah. It's funny because I was reading a recap on, I forgot what website it is.
Soap Nose?
Maybe, yeah. And I'm reading a recap and they were like, Leslie and Marcel go to the hotel room, such and such, and Leslie reaches for his gun. And then in parentheses, like, this is not a euphemism. Like, Leslie actually does reach for his gun. And she shows that she knows how to use it, which shows Leslie is so layered. Like, Marcel does not know what he's getting himself into, which is probably like the exciting aspect of it. And I like how Marcel's trying to warn her about Joey, like, be careful going into business with him. It can't be good. And Leslie was like, listen, he got to be aware of me just as much as I gotta be aware of him, and I know how to use this gun. And I was just like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. For sure. For sure. What's gonna be interesting is when people find out about her and Marcel, because I think Randy walked in on them once and saw them like getting intimate.
Boss,
also he's married.
Boss, she messing with Marcel.
I could see him telling, because you know he don't do nothing without master's approval. I fucking hate that nigga, yo. I really fucking do. Like Hayley, like I don't dislike her as much as I do Randy for some reason, because I just also feel like Hayley wouldn't be as like yes, Matt. Like I feel like she would have held her own a little bit more. Like Randy, you just a fucking pussy. Hayley.
Oh yeah.
She's continuing to poison Bill, but she's losing her favor with him. Like she's literally pushing him away. I think she's coming on a little too strong with the whole Dani situation, which is weird because we've learned like you don't really love him. So like lighten up a bit. Like their family is going through a crisis. Like she has to learn her place a bit more because now he's not with it. He's been argumentative. He even got like with her.
All right, Steve Bisciotti. What? The Ravens owner. Last week when he had a press conference, he kept banging the table.
I'm going to do what Bill Hamilton did in his office.
You lucky. That's why we got Mike upstairs. Okay. It's not big enough.
I will cough and sneeze and sniffle
you would
into
do
this
that to
mic.
our listeners?
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I want post-production to be as smooth as possible. But Hayley's plan to poison Bill is not going smooth at all. Like she is raising suspicion. She's giving him too much tea. She's doing it all wrong. Like personally,
no,
but what's
Hayley,
interesting?
I don't want your poison.
Yeah, right. But what's interesting though, what I think is going to really ruffle Hayley is Lynette's embezzlement case. So she has a conversation with Tomas, and I almost forgot about this because it's kind of like a subtle like undercurrent storyline right now. And Tomas is working on that case, and Bill wants them to find dirt on Lynette and Lynette's boss. And Hayley is obviously worried that digging too much into Lynette can also bring up something with her because they're both grifter criminals that used to work together. So that's going to be spicy.
Yep. And I'm so annoyed with Hayley every week. You know, it's like, you can't even, like, the way she just came at Dani and like, well, you know, we just want you to know in case something happens, like, are you exactly serious?
Doing, yo.
You know, it's like she's asking, like, and like I said, we talk about Naomi, and see, I can see Naomi being pent up, frustrated, especially if we feel like she has the gene, that she's going to take that frustration out on Hayley. And ain't going to be nothing nobody can do about it.
Yep. And we already know that's going to be the opportunity for Naomi to put hands on somebody because she's clearly been pent up. Like, Naomi is a very, like, she went from kind of like a bland, boring character to me, but I can see more and more that there is so much more to Naomi that meets the eye, and I cannot wait, hopefully, for the show to like explore more of that.
She got that look like she's ready to knock out somebody.
Oh, hell yeah. Or like that's the one they call. Like, oh, it's Tom. Put some hands on somebody. It's Tom. And she's that person. And she also will know like the legal shit to protect herself and her family.
Yeah, buddy.
So I love that. So I'm very excited that this week got more into like the spiciness of what I like about Beyond the Gates while also tackling the seriousness. One thing I do hope is that they don't go like full chemo with Anita. Like I hope, like she doesn't have to like shave her head or anything like that. Because I do want to keep the illusion of Anita as like this grand dame. So I cannot wait to see how they explore more of that storyline. Kyle's back next week, so that should be good. Like we said, that special episode is on Monday. Maybe we'll record a little once they put out the preview. Maybe we'll record a little like reaction to it when they put it out to see what happens next week.
Okay, boss.
But yeah, so this was a very fun week.
It was.
Season 2 is off to a great start.
And it's just the beginning. We're only 2 weeks in.
The beginning. I want to thank all of you gatekeepers for tuning in for another recap with us. We just put out a deep dive on Joey Armstrong, so make sure you check that out. We've listed all of our episodes in the description. So make sure you check those out. Leave us a comment, leave us a like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you follow our Facebook page. And
all right, we out. Thank you for joining this episode of Loving Them Gates. For more Beyond the Gates content from 6 Heart Media, be sure to, 1, like and subscribe, but also check out the podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms, as well as the playlist right here. We do deep dives as well as weekly recaps.